What is up, YouTube? What is up, Twitch? It's your boy XDG. We are back with The Witcher 3, and today we start the Blood and Wine DLC expansion. Thank you guys for tuning into the Hearts of Stone expansion. I really appreciate it. Once again, that first stream, we are appealing to YouTube to reinstate the video. There's nothing breaking any guidelines whatsoever on the video. Anyway, guys, we did start the Blood and Wine during our Grandmaster Legendary Hunt. So let's just take a recap of what went on so far. Previously on The Witcher 3.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call? Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces. Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there. What did you see?
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
He'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
We don't have to fight.
I cannot let you leave.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. Murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? Who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Alright, so we are here at what looks like some kind of tournament, I think. And this is where we'll find the guy Palmerin to ask him to take us to the Duchess, like Geralt just said. Anyway, guys, gotta say what's up to the chat. What's going on, Callies? How you doing? Geralt is here. Also want to say what's up to my viewers on Twitch. And yeah, let's get going. What looks like some kind of tournament, I think. And this is where we'll find
Good man! fresh set of shoes for my mom. Promptly at your service. I vow upon...
I believe I've made myself clear.
It's late, I know. Sorry to bother you. But I need to talk to the Duchess.
It's no trouble. I had not yet laid my head to rest. As to her illustrious highness, I fear you will have to wait until the sun has risen again. Make yourself at home. Milton mentioned you'd been to Corvo Bianco to see the beast's victim. Learn anything new from the body?
I'd like the Duchess to hear what I have to say.
We cannot disturb her at this hour.
Well, since we have to wait anyway, steel yourself for a long story.
And how is it we passed from your account of the investigation to reminiscing about the succubus?
'Cause those were good times. And we were younger. Always nice to talk about that. Look, sun's up.
And let's tarry no more. Her enlightened highness is sure to have arrived at the Tourney grounds by now. Let us go.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
But he's fighting with a steel sword, bro. Isn't that like suicide? You got the Toussaint Knight steel sword there. And I know the Shaelmar is supposed to be a monster.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Oh shit.
Damn it. We have to help him.
Geralt to the rescue! Where is this guy going? He'd hardly get over the freaking thing.
Gotta keep it down.
Forgot his attacks.
Fight to the beast. Its plans compound.
Shale Mars are... Shoot, I can't remember. Are they relics? Or Elementa. I'm gonna go with Elementa for now. I don't remember though. You can only hit him from the front. Let's try some bombs. Oh. I think I know. You gotta get him to roll into the wall. You gotta get him to roll into the wall, man. I forgot about this stupid thing. Come on, man.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Yeah, the hype man is the business, bruh.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly paints you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Oh, she's in love. Dandelion strikes again.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect? Okay.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinch.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times. hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Pt.1 the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Pt.1, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace.
Uh-oh.
Horses! Ready our horses! Your Grace!
Okay.
What the hell? Why, I said... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Okay. I kind of like her.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful!
Give it
They
to
gonna
me.
fight for it?
That race seems right at home in the saddle.
She's like, right, like the wind.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said!
But okay, so.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Oh, Anna Henrietta got the cakes though.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust.
Axie.
Turn around, over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Why did we have to
The
choose
golden
if we have
fish
to
and the horn
do them both?
contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
This place is a maze, bro.
What to call a state courageous or coward?
Patrolling on an empty stomach.
But this is no true unicorn.
I'm gonna need this unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Of course. Why didn't he just use Axie, bro? Find a treat. Oh my god. We have Axie, my guy. Why would you even do this?
Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls, sweets maybe.
Okay, my guy is walking.
Damn, doesn't have a sweet tooth. Almost had it.
Alright. We ain't gonna talk about Axie. We ain't gonna talk about it.
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage,
I took their picnic stuff. She's like, this is an outrage. They could have just calmed that thing with Oxy. Why would it lead me here? I hate how this game is structured. It's those white dots, man. I bring carrots, I bring carrots.
Delicious crunchy carrot. Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
I think the I think the vampire probably found that guy already. I can't remember if he actually dies. I think he does
Should
though.
be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in this thing?
The rules don't apply to me, buddy. A witcher. Examine. A golden fish. It's gotta be that one. YOLO. What the? Not again.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Key from the golden fish. Need the Duchess to assemble the clues.
Bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgrace.
She's crying. She's actually crying.
Values and morals. That is the remedy for
And this game seems so fresh to me because I don't remember anything.
Est flows in the veins of Toussaint.
Buffoons, not house.
Take good care of yourself.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Idiot.
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. A mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Groans, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease, the letters that is, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads hard cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Told you he already struck.
What the butch?
That is the man right there, bro. The hardest enemy in this game.
What was that?
We need Siri power. We need some Elder Blood power to catch this guy. I think we do get a warm-up round against him.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
A lot.
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
So fast. Do you see how fast this man is? Do you see this? Man just teleported right behind my back, bro. I'm just gonna go basic. Oh, we got 60. Can we do this? Ah. I'm straight.
Kill again.
Whoa. That was just a warm-up. Trust me.
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Damn, that would have been us, bro. Seriously? Geralt definitely can't take that wound, bro. Ain't no coming back from that.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you,
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Dettlaff. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
What the hell?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria.
Dude was like, remember 964?
Chewed
Like,
up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Dettlaff the Great. These vampires move with smoke, bro.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Damn. He was just with us. How they gonna feel? We just told me they had to scan the place for evidence and we just ran out. Don't worry about me, boys. All a part of the process.
Life soils one's imagination.
Hold on, where are we going? Alright, so let's head north.
Quite the fragrant whiff. What is the pheasantry stewing up?
Blood and Wine. This DLC is really like this could be. I don't want to say it could be a game, but it's really good. This is the type of DLC you want for your single player games.
Nice tune. Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Regis!
Who's out
Damn
here?
it.
Oh,
Locked.
Spores, really?
No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Oh, we got Spores, bro. Are you kidding me right now? And a rat? Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding. Ghoul? Find a way into the crypt. There's 2 more clues. Oh my god, I knew. Oh, know what? I ain't supposed to be here. I'm sorry. You guys chill. What is this? Alright. Don't die, Geralt. Oh, really? Why is this? I have 0 health.
That's some stench.
What the hell? Why does Regis hide in this cave, bro? I don't get it.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Oh my god. Is he giving Geralt the look? I'm getting hungry over here, buddy.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Obviously.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, but first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back, defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seemed I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start? Blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Curious what you did after...
As I'm sure you can surmise, but first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. Detlef bore my weakness. Once back.
Ooh, true. Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
I remember this white mission. All right, let's go into some broad mode stuff. I'm going to shit, I can't keep the... I'm gonna do this for now. Hey, Crenny, how you doing, buddy? What's up, man? I'm doing good, bro. It's finally completing this DLC. Read the bestiary, why not? He's under beast for real. What is a white? It's a relic, probably. Really, man? I think it's a Draconoid. Elemental, maybe? Hybrid. What is a white? The heck? Best game ever played over 140 hours? Yeah, man. I know what you mean, bro. I probably did too. No, definitely. Spotted white. Oh, they're actually necrophages. So wow. Alright, so spotted white, the best defense against spotted whites. Stay calm and leave them alone. Spotted whites are subspecies of white which the Witchers drove to extinction. They were larger than their unspotted kin and owe their names to their numerous blotches and effusions. Spotted whites would most often dwell in derelict cemeteries and empty wildernesses, yet at times took to living in abandoned human domiciles. There they would indulge in their greatest passion, creating brews from their own emissions. Yuck. When not disturbed, spotted whites would not act aggressively if threatened. However, they became very dangerous indeed. In the colder months or when faced with an unseasonable chill, they would slip into a state of lethargy, making them easy targets. Even during their active periods, it is said that the Witchers found a surefire way of besting them based around careful casting of the Yarden sign, okay? Or at least so claims Witcher lore. So Yarden's the go-to sign. Did you hear the news? Witcher 3 comes to PS5. Yep, I did. It might be a cash grab though, because I think CD realized how special their game is. So it makes sense for them to do that. Hopefully it'll appeal to a lot more to more people who haven't played The Witcher.
What's that about?
But I don't know. I'm thinking frame rate. That's the only thing that could really make this better. Maybe a 120 frame rate or something.
Never a good omen.
Show me what you got.
I'm thinking of doing an unmodded playthrough. Actually, no. You played The Witcher way too much. Beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
80k active players daily? Is that daily players? Yeah, they did, bro. The Witcher Netflix series did it, bro. After the series, they had the most players ever.
Table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
You ain't gonna take that? Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thanks so much, Cranny.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Stained diary. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. Dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that they were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damn herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and liked it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think and it's getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon, empty spoons. Nothing, eat, it hurts. Mirror, lies, no.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Poignant.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Quinny, thanks once again for that super chat, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
Trying to remember if you actually have to fight this thing. The King Letter. Dear Master Levasseur, I know you track outlaws for pay. Outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here. And why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person with whom I meet. For I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope, and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. So this is the girl writing this guy, okay. Soon after I visited the herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wished to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust you in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara. Guess that's her name. Yeah, I'm on Twitch right now, actually streaming The Witcher. XDGO2 is the Twitch channel.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Metal spoon, gnawed on spoon. Alright. Down the stairs we go.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Alright, let's see. Just spoons and spoons and
Pretty
spoons.
ordinary. Maybe a little old. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
Hey, Granny, I think you just followed. Thanks for the follow, bro.
Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Hide in a place with a good view of the cauldron. What is this? There's a hole in the closet, conveniently placed. I think there's a hole in the closet door there. Sometime later. Damn. I'm trying to figure what it looks. Trying to see what it looks like. What kind of monster? Yeah, it definitely resembles a Necro. Let's try to. I think I attacked him first. Oh, in the first playthrough that I did. Are we actually going forward to it? Oh, that was the camera.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
I think I was so scared the first time I smacked the crap out of it.
tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Sit at the table, my boy. I have some questions for you.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Let's swap spoons. Let's eat using the spoons. Let's eat not using the spoons. The curse exact wording.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Is Geralt actually going? Well, I guess he eats shit. Or drinks shit. Oh, shit. Oh boy.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Damn, it's like I took like 10,000 potions. Jesus. Oh no, nah, I am potioned up. My bad.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Really? Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill, chill, chill. Wow, it's like 10 of them. I don't know how he hit me, but he hit me.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see
Let's
what
go.
happened.
I think this will be better. Good night. It's like 24 in Switzerland. Thank you for passing through, bro. I'll see you later, man. And also, thanks for that super chat, bro.
Ugly bastard.
Yo, looks like it actually worked.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Oh. Damn.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Yeah, we definitely killed her the first time. Well, I definitely killed her the first time. I don't remember doing that.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
Actually,
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm
We did do
deeply
this.
pleased finally to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basilfolti, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corfo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir, I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
what?
Whatever brought this
How
about?
does she live?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess.
The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from
Thank you for the
Monsieur
subs,
Bolius
Jose.
of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Pt.1 origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck, and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Tour time.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. Follow me, please.
This is a fitting place for me to retire as the Witcher.
I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Major Domo.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one days. Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
I wonder if that's the guy.
Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
The guy with the magic.
Nothing stands in the way of restoring it
Yeah,
to
the
its
magical
former
guy.
glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
So there was a witcher, a manticore witcher, and he converted to Lebiodaism, if you want to call it that.
Madame
Because
Nina
of this
planted
guy.
diminutive,
I wonder if he's the same guy.
delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
I need to tour my spot, y'all.
Follow me, please. Follow me, please.
Thought that's what I was doing, buddy.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
I think we gotta spend money to fix this place up. Pretty sure.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Come on, man. You're ready now.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists.
5K.
Highly skilled at what they do. It shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more, useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I bring me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
I agree. Yet I would urge you to hold off on further construction until the ongoing work is done. Juggling can be a challenging art. It's best not to undertake too much at once.
What? Alright.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Watch the place. Look at it. Really? What we got? Let's go outside. Let's step outside. See how my spot looks? You gave him 2 days. Wait, 3 days. Okay, my bad. Bet. Not a problem. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at this. Splendid, Major Domo. That was just very good work.
A pleasure to welcome you once again to the as yet humble confines of Corfo Bianco. When last we met, I did not get the opportunity to present my credentials. With your permission, I shall do so now. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family...
really don't care.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare...
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir.
BB.
Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make...
Indeed. Momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, you might begin to consider such things as a new bed or additional armor stands or...
Thinking about buying a...
Excellent idea.
Great. Order me
Bonus
a
to
fine
vitality.
bed, please.
True indeed.
Okay.
True indeed. Is there anything...
Could use another weapon rack.
I know of a carpentry shop in town.
2 additional racks.
Fine.
Of course, at once. Is there anything...
Along the path.
I agree. It would...
Yes. Just...
It goes without... By this time tomorrow... Is there anything...
was wondering about the guest room.
Oh, but that is immaterial. All self-respecting home.
Yeah, sooner we start on that
I can tell a man of action immediately. Is there anything...
Starting to get into this whole renovating.
What a splendidly wise idea. Now that the
You know, Roach.
Oh, a sturdy stable.
My Roach.
I shall get to work at once. Will you be needing anything else?
So, sometimes I have to brew...
Well, you're in luck, sir. The flower garden, once kept by Madame Nina...
Good idea, Barnabas Basil.
The idea is yours. Will you be needing any...
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer.
Thanks.
All right, so now one. Plain house. Use all available options, so that's it. Why is she still in those clothes? She's still eating. Weird.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been complete. In often news, the laborers dusting out.
Holden, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream, bro. Now, okay, I want to start off by saying The Witcher 3 is my all-time favorite game. I've been gaming for over 20 years. The DLC for this game is amazing, especially the one I'm playing right now, Blood and Wine. It is superb. There's no way you can play The Witcher 3 without playing at least Blood and Wine. Now, Hearts of Stone, which is the first DLC, is pretty good too. But this DLC right here literally changes the entire game. Now, you said you were at the Battle of Kaer Morhen. Nice. So I'm assuming this is your first playthrough. This is a New Game Plus playthrough we're on right now. As soon as you finish your playthrough, you should do a New Game Plus playthrough. And you want to do the DLC as soon as you can, because it makes Geralt so much stronger. But the thing is, as well, is you got to farm, you know, because a lot of the stuff will require money or resources. But yeah, man, definitely go pick up those DLC as soon as possible. All right, so the guy said in other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe it's something you wish to see. Yeah, let's go.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
Actually, I might be able to demonstrate what I was talking about. We're playing the DLC in the middle of playing a standard playthrough. Is so much better.
A witcher. We could use one around here full time.
This is my house. What are you talking about, lady?
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think.
Come on. This room right here, we can actually craft mutagens, bro. So let's say I want to make because like I said, this is a new game plus playthrough. So I have 3 recipes for all greater mutagens. So the first one is like a hold on. So the recipes are different, as you can see. As you see right here, we can make mutagens from smaller mutagens. Hold on.
Laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Alright, so we can use this lab right here. The other one, Geralt. So we can break down these mutagens we have right here. So these are mutagens we got from killing enemies. Like right here, I have 76 of these things from killing wraiths. All right, so first things first, make sure you have all your decoctions, because obviously the decoctions are used, well, most of the time with well, sometimes, well, most of the times you'll need special mutagen. So just make sure that none of the decoctions require any of like specific mutagens. All right, so this one increases damage dealt and decreases damage taken against a wraith. So I'm just gonna make that. Just making sure. Now I need some red mutagens, right? Like I need red mutagens. So I'm just going to literally break down each of these things right here, because I need red mutagens. I kind of wish I had a bit more, but I actually haven't been exactly farming. So we're gonna go to alchemy. So if I get the DLC, I should start a new game and then do it instead of carrying it over. No, actually, that's a good question. Yeah, I'd recommend playing, finishing the standard game and then starting Hearts of Stone and then going into Blood and Wine. But because this is your first run, you want to do this thing like 2-3 times. I don't know how you're liking the game, but you want to do at least 2 playthroughs for sure. So I'd recommend you can do the Blood and Wine as soon as you finish. Well, start the DLC with the Heart of Stone as soon as you finish the standard story. All right, so we need greater reds here, because also in Blood and Wine you'll have the ability to do, what is this right here? So this is like a, let's say it's an evolution of your character level up system. And this is only available with the DLC. It's going to take you a while to get here, but this is where everything gets extremely crazy. Main game +2 DLC, you got level 50 for the first run. Yeah, you should cap off about at level 50, 55 at the end of your playthrough. Yeah. We need greater reds. All right. All right. First, let's make red mutagens. See. All right, so we just got a bunch of them. We need some more. All right, so like with this recipe, I can use blue mutagens to actually get red mutagens. We just need this winter cherry crappy ingredient, but we should have some in our garden right now, so I'm just gonna get a few of them.
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine, while some witcher guards the common folk.
Some witcher. These guys are pretty disrespectful, bro. Winter cherry. This is what we need. Level 26 right now. Literally about to exit the keep to fight the wild hunt. Waiting for my roommate to get home because he wanted to watch. Yeah, that mission is really high, bro. Your adrenaline will be flowing. I remember the first time I did it. It's awesome, bro. It is awesome. Megatrick blossoms. I think this is the only section where we can get those winter cherries. But yeah, man, I've been playing this game for quite a while. You're gonna take some time to get into it, but once you do, man, you could potentially drop 200 hours into this game really easily. Really easily. Alright. So now we have some of these things. Let's see what's up. Alright, actually. Alright, so we do that. We need a greater blue. That shouldn't be a problem. Alright, I think there's one more. I have to wait so long. We need a greater green and 2 greater reds. Greater green. Alright, what do we have here? Alright, we can do alright, so if you get some more winter cherries, we should be Gucci.
In your back, once so on in years.
Alright, so wait a few days. Meditation, Master of Time, Geralt. Let's do it. Oh, is Witcher 2 worth it? I heard good things, but I want to play DLCs for 3 first. Yeah, I actually never played Witcher 1 or 2. Yeah, I think from what I saw, Witcher 2 looks pretty okay, but I just never played it. I don't think I will either, because like Witcher 3 has kind of spoiled me. I don't want to play, like, it seems a bit, you know, because obviously it's an older game. If CD Projekt Red would remake the game at some point, I'd wait 5 years, whatever, I don't care. If they can remake it later, yeah. But I don't think I'll ever play the original Witcher games. Just being honest. Yeah, I don't think I will. How long does it take for these things to regenerate? I'm too spoiled by Witcher 3, like with the gorgeous graphics and yeah, the way the signs, everything is just so perfect in the game. Yeah, I'm a bit spoiled. But if you really want it, you can. I guess you can play it, man. Because I mean, Witcher 2 is kind of not really connected, but stuff did happen in the Witcher 2 that applies. Well, it bleeds into Witcher 3 a little bit, but it's not like that important. I thought Skyrim was my favorite game, but yeah, this game takes... Honestly, I played Skyrim for the first time this year, and I will admit it is a great game. And I know The Witcher did take a lot of stuff from it. But yeah, Witcher is still my favorite game. For a lot of people though, a lot of people will say Skyrim, and I get it, because Skyrim is like the father of RPGs. The father of the modern day RPG. But yeah, Witcher 3 is always going to be like the GOAT for me. Always. Undefeated forever. Skyrim is like a great game. Damn, these things take a while to grow, bro. I think I probably I think it's been like a week I've been meditating. So they say the winter cherries do respawn, but it takes a while, so we're just gonna go do some other stuff in the meantime. I think we just need 2. So what I'm actually trying to do here, if you didn't realize, alright, if you look into this section here, we have a lock slot. Now we have to unlock 12 mutations, research mutations. You know, we have 11, so I just need to get 12, and then I could put something in this slot. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let's talk to the Major Domo. Maybe we could do some more stuff.
Renovate. I am delighted. You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought...
Sure.
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 12th.
Are we gonna have a party?
And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed, even when the decor began to catch fire. It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that folk began to realize something was amiss and went to put out the fires.
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was...
So tell me,
hey, Kineo, thank you so much, man.
What's the wine situation like here?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus
it's monster
destroyed
nest.
all the vines. Baron Rossel had new ones planted.
That'd be bad.
Isn't it, though?
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, actually, that could be it, because I haven't been destroying any monster nests at all. But every monster I kill, it's just green or blue. I'm getting green or blue all day. Like, you know, so Thanks for that tip, man. I'm gonna start destroying some monster nests, hopefully. I mean, I'm pretty much there already, though. I just need 2 of them now, so. But yeah, that does make sense because I haven't been farming at all. To be honest. All right. Marlene. Let's talk to her.
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes.
Short.
Years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet...
Yeah?
After all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing would make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks.
All right.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
The Hunger Game. Alright, let's go back to the main story. I think we've been off for like maybe an hour. Maybe half hour. I'm not sure. Alright, how's my armor holding up? 83, 100. I haven't used my steel sword at all. We lost our ears. Let's put it back on. And yeah, hold up.
My back aches something horrid.
Pile of work remains the same.
Let's go back to the story. Let's go back to Regis.
They say that to touch such swords as a witcher wears
Who
on
would
his
have
back
thought?
is to lose
Knights
one's
dividing in wine.
I forgot.
Some witcher.
Regis conveniently placed next to a fast travel point. Gotta love it. What the f- Oh my god, these guys. I'm not up for fighting arch spores right now. At all. The archer spores are the worst enemy in the game. Easily. Easily, easily. Worst enemy. Worst enemy. How many are there? Is it literally 5 of them? Oh, I might have to get rid of these things, bro. Wow. Right. These guys are a pain in the ass, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And they leave those pods that explode, and they literally one-shot you regardless. Use a yellow potion prevents poison. It's not the poison that's the problem. It's those one-shots, bro. Those exploding pods. To be honest. I was about to say, why is this still locked? Alright, we got the white saliva.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Spying on me?
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Pt.1. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Pt.1. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Thank you for the follow over there on Twitch. I can't see your name, unfortunately. I got to set my alerts up a bit better, but thank you so much for that follow.
See no reason to dawdle. Pt.1. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I had no choice.
Damn.
As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Pt.1. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
And he was like, I see you develop your sense of humor. Oh my god, bro. This shit happens all, like, this shit has been happening, bro. Like, I really don't get it. The game's just been crashing a lot. Jesus. I'm pretty sure I gotta start. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream, though. All over there on Twitch, on YouTube, I appreciate it. Gonna finish up The Witcher, then move on. We got Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, and then Genshin Impact. I'm not sure the order. I think I'm gonna play Re-Reckoning first. The streams will be reduced though. Like, I won't be streaming every day. So yeah.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
Alright.
What is...
Run through this.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often.
I try not to have...
Man, should not...
To We shall be... It this, but I took Kag...
What was... you cra... And...
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Damn, this guy got scurved.
Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
I'll give that some loot here.
Vampire hideout? Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other.
Champion of
This was the
Christian
first place we saw.
I am he who serves the tribe, and exalted above men I renounce human weakness. Uplifted above men I become keeper of my flock. Filled with strength I turn my sword against the enemies of the tribe. I am master and slave. I am executor of the will of the tribe. I accept this sword and this armor so I may serve the tribe. Ah, I see. Interesting. I'll remember that. I'm gonna take it now.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Don't worry, I got additional hearing here, buddy. Oh, the boots and the mask are here. What the?
Cells. Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so. Page for history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's alright.
So much loot. Well, so the full suit is here, scattered. There are the gauntlets. One day I'll pick them up and just throw them on. Oh, Holden, that was your follow. Thank you so much. I just saw the noti.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
49 days more, Cyberpunk 2077. Man, you are ready for that shit, huh?
place the bait at the tunnel entrance.
Can't quit anytime I want. Be under the influence of 7 potions or decoctions at the same time. That's not the first time I did that.
Catch its scent more quickly.
I think it's necrophages down here.
When I think how these tunnels got here, sends shivers.
It was the natural order of things. A place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
The only thing that could be improved on this game, to be honest, is like the control. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. It's just kind of loose, but
3 done, 1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
Well, you'll be caged up, buddy.
We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
This was one interesting mission.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what? Once I uttered it.
Oh no. Calm you down. Some smelled the blood. Good, because I can hear more coming. Lost your nerve?
Wow, you see that shit?
Hold on, I'll let you out.
Damn it. The vibrator ran. He was like, no, sir.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me anymore.
Damn, Regis, you ugly boy.
Get you out of here. finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Resonance, it's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Damn. Okay.
Excuse me. I should only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Is that the guy he killed?
Failed
That helped
to
him out?
realize he was your friend, Count.
I'm here to kill you. I can't shake your hand. Sorry. Oh, he did. That's sad. He fucked him up, though.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff?
And they were buds. He was getting drunk and everything. What the hell happened?
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
What's the butterfly moth thing on
But
this?
at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What?
Yeah. Damn. Jesus. He was angry as shit. He didn't even want to do that shit. Okay, that was weird. Alright, that made absolutely no sense, but whatever. He knew why he did that shit. Because I sure as hell don't.
Awake at last. You writhed like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
The boot bag, whatever his name is. The boot black, okay.
Let's go.
Where your children toil, toys waste away. Find the boot black who appeared in the vision.
Greetings.
Ooh.
Yes.
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
Bet.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
His father. Why not?
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his brood.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave Makatar's shop door just to draw patrons to his own stall! So back away, drifter.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well. Which is all the same to me.
Nothing like a good old fist fight. Oh. 3v1. Of course, we can't get hit or we die. Death March difficulty. We got 3 fists to defend. So we gotta be patient. Controls are a bit like off. When they do that, I punch, but sometimes it doesn't like punch. See, right there.
It's not allowed, that kind of beating. Please,
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out, though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir.
You got me.
This.
Oh. And so.
One of. Ow. What?
I.
Oh.
I'm.
No.
No.
Don't have.
When.
It's.
Oh.
I am young with it. In
Worth.
What's you?
Thank.
You got me. But I think I'm thinking that though. Hell no.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come. Back during the day.
So how would you fix? Just
a witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it?
Jesus Christ, man.
Too late to surrender.
Damn it. You're out of the corner, bro. I can't fucking move. Literally can't move.
A billion blighted barrels! Let's charge! Take him for a ride! Now! Now from the gate!
Come on, bro. That's more like it.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Obstructing my investigation.
They won't get locked up anyway.
Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
Now we can talk to the boy.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please.
This kid is a super entrepreneur.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
Wow.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
Not about to pay you.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
He wants 500. Let's say 250, bro.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
This kid, man, look at his face. Man, bro, give it up to this game, bro. Like, this game is literally, I have no words. I won't give him the $500. Guess he was bold enough to ask for it anyway. Look at his face. Look at how he's looking. Look at that look he's giving us, bro.
Ah, see? I knew we'd clinch it.
It's gold. It's literally gold.
Fine. Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you?
Look at Geralt.
The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Nice trade-off, man. He sold them on it too. Like, he didn't even like hesitate. He was like, "What? Give me that vial. Let me get that vial." He was thinking of the benefits right there.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with. Red door.
Yo.
One the boot black mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlaf, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
What did this man just do with his satchel? All the ravens are here.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
Search the toy shop using your Witcher senses.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
Looking for the red items. Looking for that red glow. Oh ho! What do we have here? Stairs.
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
Is this the Bruxa he was referring to? Is this the one we killed?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. This his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
The Bruxa you killed, bro? Like, come on, Geralt. Don't tell me you don't recognize your victims. Suspicious letter.
Detlav van der Eretain, you do
Toussaint.
not know us, but we know you to be a vampire.
Welcome back, bro.
We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
Oh.
You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
Oh.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlav killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Yeah, this game is really good, man.
Any idea what it could be? Detlav have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlav gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlav yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him the time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Detlav's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlav have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlav is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved...
Yo, Odin, what's up, man?
She was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
Nawaf, how you doing, buddy? Alright, so we are like 3 hours plus into Blood and Wine. The better of the 2 DLCs by far.
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Tools were used recently. Detlav unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Letters naming the beast's targets.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink.
No, if I played this DLC before.
Ink was dyed with
4 years ago.
Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Yeah, this DLC is magnificent, bro. It's like the best DLC period that I've ever played. There's a bunch of content, a lot of new stuff for Geralt to, level his skills up. Definitely better than Hearts of Stone. Hearts of Stone was it was okay, but this is AAA class.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazaire ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Untrue.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
We found his hideout in a toy shop. Report to the Duchess. Hell no, I ain't going all the way over there. Oh, she's upstairs.
Oh, see, you're all right. You wear my ring when you hold me.
This way, Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
That's me.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
Yeah, you want to beat his
last,
ass,
Witcher.
bro.
We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Found the beast, but that's it. Case just got more complicated. I don't want to tell her found the beast.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention, only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Let him go to their... Oh, man. This dude, man. There's always this guy, right? Like, there's always one of them.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40,
Well,
50,
actually-
100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catechans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
Oh, we back on me now.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Tja, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Toussaint, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano,
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue.
Why is he
deep
smacking?
burgundy. Clarity high.
Is he about
It's
to eat the
simple.
paper?
Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint Real, it is Saint Real. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
She's not going to argue?
I
Wow.
hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace.
Idiot.
Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
She always wants. She bought that life, man. She trying to get out in the field. Where's she going weird though? Of course, some hood looks like something Trissa or Yennefer would wear when they're trying to stay incognito.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
You got any vampire friends? You know Regis is gonna kill him. Obviously, I don't remember why they end up fighting though.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Be gone! Save us! You beast! Be gone! Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you. You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
It's right here.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
This is an inspection. We've got questions. You'll answer them.
Oh, and who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal.
The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one.
The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it.
Clearly
Give
unsettled.
me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course, Your Grace. Here it is.
A funny business,
Come,
buddy.
Witcher.
Oh, he is shook right now, bro. Reflect, bro. Reflect away. He's reflecting. He needs to reflect.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
Yeah, he with the right one, Damien.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Kineo says poor guy. I don't remember what happened to him. I think it probably got stolen.
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Yeah, I got a bunch of wine in my inventory too.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here.
Up top. Sangreal.
Sanreal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Wrong year. What? Next side.
Sanreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Really?
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Knock. Knock on wood.
Full.
Next. Knock on wood.
Full.
The middle one?
Full. This one's full too.
Is it you?
Full.
Okay.
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Dang.
Ready. We can start.
Alright, open them.
Ready.
Step aside.
Oh, wow. A one-shot thing.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
This one is good. Your Grace? Oh shit.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
It's
Impossible.
wine.
This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
I think Anna's ready to kill that dude. Yeah, I don't think this ends well for him. Oh shit.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But your grace...
Stop him again.
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
Geralt's looking at him like...
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Who do you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, your grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself, how'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men, the kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
Damn, that's death.
What
Rip.
now, Witcher?
We
High
set a
treason.
trap.
High treason, not
Need
low
to catch
treason.
the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Need a minute.
Make haste. We await only you.
Alright, my brothers and sisters, that'll do it for tonight's stream.
The important bit is yet to come.
Want to take my time with this one. I think there's still at least 6 hours in this DLC. I could be wrong. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in on YouTube and Twitch. I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Peace out.